Hello and welcome to What's Map for Cities Skylines, your one-stop shop for everything workshop. There are thousands of items on the workshop now, so finding the right one for your next city build is a huge task. So each day, Monday to Saturday, we'll review some using our 5-star rating and the coveted seal of approval. So join me, fellow Skylines explorers, as we venture out to today's new land. Who am I? I'm BonBonB, and you are very, very welcome.
Come here now, girl.
Hello and welcome to What's Map, your one-stop shop for everything workshop. BonBon here, how are you doing? Right, it's Friday. Friday is request day, and this map was requested by Delroy Clark. Thank you, Delroy. Friday is also the day when I hand the reins over to the BonBon buddies and ask them to vote in the map that they want to see reviewed. And this is the one they've chosen. Now, if you want to become a BonBon buddy, it is really easy. Head on over to patreon.com/BonBonB. The link is in the description. And just sign up. It's $1 a month. That's all. You can't even buy a cup of tea in a soup kitchen for $1, so it's nothing. It's pennies. And that'd be really helpful to me, because if enough of you sign up just for $1, then I become a full-timer and I can spend a lot more time putting quality in before your eyes, as opposed to what I'm doing now, which is bodging it on a daily basis. Okay, if you don't want to donate $1, then there's one thing you can do to help me, and that is to get that finger out, hit it down onto the keyboard right now, or the mouse button, and, well, you know. Yeah, that's right, hit that like button. You've got it. I think you worked it out. Thank you. You're so intelligent. I'm in awe of you, my friends. Thank you so much. Right, let's crack on and do today's map, and it's Domandcole by, I'm saying this is Daisy. I'm going with Daisy because I think it's a play on Daisy. So Daisy it is. There's your start square. Now there's a lot of infrastructure on this map. Put your teeth back in, BonBon. And that's your start square. Resources look like this. I'll let you make up your own mind on that one. And then if we head on over to the workshop, and it's no DLC. Apparently only the random tree rotation is required. Except for if you read on the left hand side, it does say that the infrastructure is there to prevent weaving, which is great, and there's a short list of items to subscribe to. A one-click collection or any single-click collection would be nice. A requirement list would be nice, but it's not there. However, if we go right to the bottom, FSM Grey has provided a one-click collection in the comments. Thank you very much, FSM Grey. You have saved our lives. Now, this is Daisy's first map.
It's my first map.
That's right. So let's see how it goes, shall we? This preventing the weaving networking is going to be interesting to see, I promise you. Now, before we have a look at the roads, let's have a look at a little bit of river there. Look at a little bit of river going on, or the little bit of Notch River going on. Now, is this early map syndrome, or is that poor water flow? We'll let that go for a little while, let it settle down, and we'll have a look at the roads first of all. Ready? Here we go. It doesn't look too... Bear in mind, this is a vanilla theme. Vanilla temperate theme. We are using a dark green LUT, and we have got one clipping lamppost. Now, all the intersections are quite low. There's actually not that many clipping lampposts. There are a few. We'll look at a couple of them. We're not going to stop at every single intersection to go, oh look, you've done it again, you're a bad boy. No, we're not going to do that. But what we are going to do is look at this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 lanes across. Now, yes, this does stop weaving. I think it's overkill. If you're going to do this, at least draw the lanes in a little bit closer together, I think. But no, what we've got here is 6 lanes separating up the traffic to prevent them from weaving, and it works, I suppose. And it's quite well done for what it is. And then we have got this bridge, which is 5 bridges. 5 bridges! To be fair though, perfect. Absolutely perfect. 5 perfect synchronized bridges, and even underneath the bridges we've got no foliage going on under the bridges. That's all very nice touches indeed. So where there's good, there's also like, what's going on? Why have we got so many bridges? Now, intersection there is one clipping lamppost there, but there's slightly more to see in the way of clipping lampposts if we come off over to this intersection, where we have one poking its nose through right there, and then a worse one right there. Like I say, there are a few, mostly not in the centre of the map, which is that's a fair touch, I guess. Oh, well, we'll move along. Moving along. Let's say, first map. Doesn't look like a first map, does it? It looks too good to be a first map. But slightly overkill with the highways, I would suggest. Because don't forget, each one of these is roads and segments. There is a limitation to the roads and segments, so each one of these is taking away from the maximum that you can do with your city build. Okay, if you're feeling a little bit bored right now, take this opportunity to hit the subscribe button. And hit the notification bell as well, if you like. If you're feeling super generous. Okay, highways. Highways are good and true. I have got the fog switched off today, by the way. That's because in a short while we'll be having a look at something in the fog. And I figured, well, I might as well switch it off today then, as we've got to have a look at the fog. Just this once. Now, if we follow this, we'll go back, rather than go to where the fog would be. Let's have a look at this. This goes the coast route, and it's quite elevated most of the way, allowing for shipping to pass underneath, which is a nice touch. Well done for going just about the right sort of height, I would suggest. Now it gets interesting. Quite a busy looking intersection going on here, right? We know it's multiple lanes. And this allows us to cut across into the hills and take all these little lovely forestry drives. Look how lovely that is, yeah? It's all good, right? So anyway, we'll go back down to the highway and we'll mosey on down and around the bend. And when we get around the bend, we'll see, oh no, it's another intersection. Where's this one go? Well, the answer is it connects up with the one we just came off of and goes off into the hill. It might be slight overkill. What's worse though is this particular intersection has got a little bit of problem going on. See the traffic, it's slowing down and stopping. And I can't let that go. I can't let it go. I've got to fix it. Okay, I'm not going to properly fix it. I'm going to bodge it. First of all, there's no glitching with the intersection. That is perfectly fine. Everything's connected fine. What we got though is traffic expected to come in from the left and from the right. So what we've probably got is the equivalent of traffic lights going on. So what I'm going to do, the equivalent of, it's not, if you know what I mean. But they're waiting for the intersection to be clear. So what I'm just going to do, temporary fix. This isn't fixing it. This is probably making it worse. All right. I know this. I know this. But what we're going to do is I'm just going to change the... there we go. We're off. Now there's no traffic coming onto that junction. And in fact, I think that does fix it because you can turn right at the next. Yeah. No, that has fixed it. Right, okay, right, don't worry, nothing to see here, guys. Nothing to see here. The traffic is now flowing smoothly. There we are. One-way road where it was two-way where it should have been a one-way road. Left or right? Oh, we're following the coast. We'll go right. So, yes, all is going quite well now. See, not so bad. Not too bad for a first map. Am I right? Am I right? Am I going to overrate this or underrate? I still going to underrate. You get to the end. Get to the end. When I give this ones and twos, you'll wonder what's got into me. Early morning syndrome. Don't rate maps first thing in the morning, BonBonB. Now here we've got a dry riverbed. Is this meant to be a dry riverbed, or is it a water flow problem? Let's worry about that in a minute. We'll come back to that in a moment. Right, now there's no rail on this map, which means I think we can just about prepare ourselves for a little trip, little helicopter ride over to Assetville to have a look at today's asset of the day, and then off to Themington Island. We'll go by ship today, I think, or hovercraft. We'll go by hovercraft, but no, first of all, Assetville. Here we go. Here we go. Assetville. Now today's asset is by, you might recognise the name, DakVid2727. DakVid's doing so much good work at the moment, it's unbelievable. This is Black Snail offices, with the entrance on the end on the corner, look at that. The building is just, well, I can see why it's called Black Snail offices, I really can. However, when we get above, tell me it doesn't look a little bit like an odorita with a couple of holes cut out of it. Okay, when we get up the above, yeah, because that's what I think it is. An odor eater for a clog. Oh, there we go. There you go. Anybody from Holland, tell me, does that look like a clog's odor eater? I think it does. I think it does. Anyway, yes. Black Snail Offices by DakVid2727. It's a really nice building. I'm sure many of you are going to snap it up today. Thanks, DakVid. You're a star. As we head off to Themington Island for a little bit more of this week's Rye Bluffs map theme with Archilon. But by Archilon. With Archilon as well. Hey, hi, how you doing, Archilon? With the Corn William Lutt. Oh dear, I give up. I give up. Factoids. Because factoids. Because factoids. There you go. Right. Not after. The first reward for communicating with an extraterrestrial was being offered in 1900. However, Martians were not counted for the prize because they were thought to be too easy to contact. Darn it. Darned Martians. Everywhere these days. Charles de Gaulle was a firm believer in astrology, having been told at an early age that his horoscope indicated he would become leader of France. Charles de Gaulle, infamously leader of France. I think Charles de Gaulle's the first French leader I can remember. It's only the first I recall being mentioned. Anyway, that's it. Let's go back to our map of the day. And that's Domandcole by Daisy. And yes, we got a right angle turn there. Oh, I hate right angle turns for ships. Probably gets just about through there. Might just scrape on the pillar there, but probably gets through there. Definitely a good height, so good. Right angle turn. Oh, dagnabbit. And there, this bridge might be a little bit too low. Oh dear. Okay, we've got a game breaking bridge there. Dead ends there. Now we can get around this by building our harbour the right side of the bridge, this side, downstream from the bridge. But just watch out for that one. And then, right angle turn again. Okay, down here we've got, might clip on the left hand side here, just scrape the edge of that pillar maybe, and then off out into the fog, and it's probably a bit tight there as well, but it's always going to be a little bit tight through those bridges, I think. Right, head off this way and through that way and through this bridge, which is probably just about tall enough, yeah. And these bridges are fine, and that bridge is probably fine too. And head down to our right angle connection again. Now the water flow. Now the water just hasn't settled, and the problem down here is there just isn't enough water to fill the river at that top end there. The rivers, however, were nice, but there's very little motion in those oceans. There really is. It's trickling along, trickling here. There's nothing. There's absolutely nothing. We've got a little bit of water flow coming this way. Oh, this is good. This is good. Oh, it's coming from the edge of map. So it's actually not something that's been put in by Daisy, but actually by the actual water physics. Let's have a look at some of these water sources. So yeah, we've got a nice water source there. Oh, that looks quite pretty. Oh, it's a shame we're not coming back to have a look at this. There's other things I want to have a look at today. What else have we got in terms of water sources? Yeah, this is one. Well, we've got a lot of water source here, but it's going off the edge of the map. This is one where the water's getting sucked off the edge. So there's not quite enough water coming around here. We've got drowned trees, lots of them. And then here, there's just never going to be enough. Now, what I would say here is maybe turn that into an island, a marshy area, just narrow the river up completely. But I would probably do it as an island, marshy area, and just force the water into some galleys, slightly deeper areas. That's what I would do. So yeah, overall, the map looks good. Remember, this is vanilla theme. Vanilla theme, and it still looks quite good. Next thing we're going to do is we're going to look at, I want you to count these with me. 1, these are the outside connections, of course. 2 and 3, because you can only have 4 on a map. You can only have 4. There's your 4. But then we've got 5 and 6. No, that's a river. 6, 7, river. 7, and then 1 over here makes 8. Now you need the unlimited outside collections mod for this. Connections mod. Oh dear, my voice is going, and my head is going as well, but that's not listed down as a requirement, so that's an extra thing for your requirement list, my friend. Now this dry riverbed, the water is not pushing on through. Is this because there's not enough water flow coming down the river? And the answer is not because of that at all. It's because the water is coming the wrong way up the river. It's being pushed in from the edge of the map. And so the water's being pushed up this way and just not enough to carry it back down and out the other side. So that's unrealistic water flow. So what we got is water going in the wrong direction in some places, and backwards in other directions, and stationary in other directions. It's a little bit of a muddle. Not bad for a first attempt though. So this is your start square, by the way, and it's pretty much set up to get you going. I don't think you'd be looking at a major city in this location, not with the roads that you've got going there, but at least you know that the traffic shouldn't clog up. There shouldn't be all that weaving because we have all those extra lanes put in. Loads of lanes. Right, mountains. There's a couple of mountains. Mountains look very nice. We've even got a very nice mountain pass going on here. We're not going to spend a lot of time looking at the mountain pass because we've looked at a lot of the roads already, or a good route anyway. I'm just showing that Daisy has definitely got some skills. Definitely got some skills. I like that. It's very pretty. And had we taken that route, it would have been good. Let's go down and have a look at the density of the forest. This is by far the densest forest I have ever seen in game. My God, so dense. So dense. Oh, the only thing denser than this is my next door neighbour. Oh yeah, the densest person in the world. Oh, bless them. Okay, where were we? We are heading across to rivers. No, rivers, we've done rivers. Lots of build playing going on. In fact, there's lots of room to build on this map. And to be fair, for a first map, it's quite interesting. One last thing to look at. We have a tunnel. Now, this is like an Acanya magic tunnel. Where do you think that comes out, guys? Where do you think? There's traffic going in there. Look, traffic going in. Where is it going to emerge? Where do you think? Where? Over here? Left a bit? Right a bit? Let's show you the underground route. It loops. Loops back round, nips under here, S bends back and emerges here. Now, me personally, I would have gone a slightly more direct route, either with a bridge or just starting the tunnel a little bit further back. So how about start the tunnel as soon as you come off of the bridge, dipping down to the ground here, submerged here, and then you can emerge. Oh look, drowned trees. Down, more drowned trees. Darn you. Darn you. But yes, you can emerge just in time for the tunnel, I think. So anyway, have you voted? Did you vote? I didn't remind you, but you could have had your vote. My votes. Aesthetically, considering it's vanilla. Okay, we've not got a vanilla LUT, but considering it's a vanilla theme, it's actually not bad at all. Quite like it. Gonna give it 4 stars. Detailing. We've got a few drowned trees, a few clipping lampposts, and various minor issues, and of course all those lanes. All those too many lanes for me. I think the standards are pretty high, but I can't quite give it a 4th star because of too many niggly bits. 3 stars for detail. Gameplay potential, I think there's a lot of potential to build a huge city. I've just got a feeling that you're going to want to spend a lot of time fixing things first. Still very playable, so I'm going to give it 3 stars. There's no reason why you cannot build a really nice city on this On Domandcole by Daisy. A really nice city. I just don't feel that it quite gets a 4th star. So anyway, that's my grumbles. I've maybe underrated it. Have I underrated it? Tell me in the comments below if I've underrated it. I will listen to you guys. You do affect me. You do. You make me cry. Anyway, now's your chance to vote on an old map. Click the link on the screen now, take you back to an old one. Or if you missed yesterday's map, and it was a nice one, the link's on the right hand side. Thanks for watching, commenting, liking and subscribing. Join me tomorrow for the last map of the week and the quirky asset of the week too. Thanks for watching.